Hey guys, welcome on my trip. I'm back from Malaysia now. I had a wonderful time and today I will share with you about all the things I discovered. First I will share about the country in general. Then I tell you about the work I did there at the Salvation Army, and finally, last but not least, I will tell you my experiences, the thing I will take with me from Malaysia. So stay tuned. Malaysia is such an interesting country. I was living for 3 weeks in Ipoh on the mainland of Malaysia and 3 other weeks on Kuching on Borneo, an island who is also a part of Malaysia. It's such a multicultural country. People from whole Asia live together there. They speak different languages. They speak their family languages. They speak English, Chinese, Indian. They speak Malay. They have food from all these different cultures and they have all different religions. Everything mixed together make a wonderful group of people living together in this country. I also liked all the nature, of course. It was tropical. It's plants I never have seen before and sometimes they look really funny, I tell you. And also the animals. You can go to the jungle and you can see wild orangutans. You can drive through the city and you can see a big lizard like bigger than 2 meters in the middle of the city center. And now let's see what I did during my time in Malaysia. For my both internship in Ipoh and also in Kuching, I was living at the boys' home. I was spending most of the day with the boys. I ate with them, I did some homework with them, I played with them, I picked them up from school. I was just hanging around with them. There have been this boy and he was playing the whole time with the Rubik cubes. He knew how to do it, and every time when he did it, he came, he showed me, look at this, I did it, mix it up for me again. This time with the boys was my main activity during this time. But I had also the chance to join the corps officer to visit other homes, like the old folks home or the home for the girls. And several times during the 6 week, I joined a group to distribute food to different people from the community. Usually they filled up the van with a lot of food, with a lot of rice, a lot of eggs, a lot of other stuff. And then they started to drive around to visit the different people and hand out the food to them. And sometimes we also have a conversation, we prayed for them. And one time we went to a village and during the whole day we had a program there to help the people to get away from alcohol and start a new life, new sober life. Something I was really impressed was the hospitality of the people in Malaysia. I came as a foreigner, I didn't speak the language, and they welcomed me. They invited me to come to the place to eat together. They invited me to see the city together. They took time to share about the life, and they shared their life stories, and really fast I felt like that I'm a part of the Salvation Army family here in Malaysia. Especially this time with the boys are so precious for me but also for them, because I discovered that it doesn't need a lot to show to a kid how precious it is. My time in Malaysia was such an adventure, so many new things, new languages, new fruits, so everything was new. And it was so precious to dive into a new language. I learned some words from the boys and then I went to church, and during the whole sermon in Malay, I didn't understand anything but just one word. But I was really happy because I understood one word of the sermon in a complete different language I didn't spoke before. And I was really, oh wow, I did it. So my adventure goes on. Now I'll stay for some weeks in Switzerland to live in a Christian communities to discover how they live together and how they praise God and worship God together. Then I will go to Albania, and finally for my last trip I will go to England. So more adventures ahead, and if you want to hear more about my stories, if you want to hear more about my trip, subscribe down here for the videos, and soon you will have some news from my trip. I'm so happy to have you on my trip. So be blessed.